Welcome to Canadian Quaders Review. I'm Mark, and today I'm super excited. We've just taken on yet another dealership, Avenue Machinery Corp. And we're going to be looking at some heavier duty UTVs here and checking them out for specs. So stay tuned. So today we're checking out this 2020 Kubota RTV X1100C. This is not your typical utility side-by-side. It's built just a wee bit tougher than that. I love the fact that it comes with already an enclosed cab, and they'll have radios inside, air conditioning, heaters, everything to make you comfortable. It is a true workhorse in every sense of the word, but you're doing it in style and in comfort and with huge durability and reliability. So this guy is pretty heavy duty. It is definitely a different beast than what I've ever done a review on before. So you have to keep in mind, these will go out in the bush if you need them to, but you're definitely not going to have basically the same performance. It is definitely not going to go as fast as the other units like the Kawasaki's and the Yamahas and things like that. I think its top speed is 45 kilometers an hour. But you are going to have extreme ruggedness with this one, and a diesel engine that just won't die on you. It's one of the most popular diesel engines around, and it's been used, or Kubota engines have been used in many other applications just because of their longevity and their dependability. So this is a 3-cylinder, 4-cycle diesel with an overhead valves. It's liquid cooled. Its displacement is 1123 cc. So the horsepower is going to be 24.8 horsepower at 3000 RPM. The maximum torque is going to be 51.4 foot-pounds at 2000 to 2400 RPM. It's indirect injected, forced lubrication, and it's liquid cooled. So this is a diesel engine. Its fuel tank capacity is 30 liters or 7.9 gallons. It's got hydrostatic power steering. The front suspension is dual A-arm independent suspension with coilover shocks. Payload capacity maximum is 1,563 pounds or 709 kilograms. Differential lock in the front axle. It's a front limited slip. The rear suspension is a dual A-arm independent suspension with coil, same as the front. It's got a foot operated differential lock for the rear. It is shaft driven. You have a wet disc brake style for the rear, and the parking brake is in the rear. It is a hydrostatic transmission, VHT-X. It's got 2 ranges, low and high, and it's got a 2-speed inline shift. It is a 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive selectable as well, of course. Its maximum forward speed is 40 kilometers an hour or 25 miles an hour. This will have an alternator instead of a stator. 60 amp charging system. 12 volt, of course. 650 cranking amps. Block heaters are optional. It's got all the gauges inside in the instrument panel. The instrument panel will show your glow plugs, your oil level, charge status, parking brake indicator. You've got two 37.5 watt blue tint halogen headlights and the brake lights as well. Okay, here are the dimensions. Your overall height is going to be 2,080 millimeters or 81.9 inches. The overall length is going to be 3,100 millimeters or 122 inches. Your overall width is going to be 1,660 millimeters or 65.4 inches. Your wheelbase is going to be 80.5 inches or 2,045 millimeters. Your ground clearance is going to be 250 millimeters in the rear or 8.9 inches, or 255 millimeters in the front or 10 inches. Your cargo box, the width is going to be 1,465 millimeters or 57 inches. Your depth is going to be 285 millimeters or 11.2 inches. The cargo box itself is 14 gauge steel. The volume is going to be 15.2 cubic feet. And the weight, the carrying capacity is 500 kilograms or 1,102 pounds. This actually has a dumping box that's hydraulic. And your maximum towing capacity from the rear is 1,300 pounds or 590 kilograms. Your tires are going to be 25 by 10 by 12 ATV 6-ply in the front, and the rears are going to be 25 by 10 by 12 ATV 6-plies in the rear. I hope I got those specs right. I'm going to have to double check them before the video is finished. It's a little bit hard to read their website, but what a neat looking machine. It does have a 2-inch receiver down there. Here's your Rhino line box. Your full cab enclosure. Awesome solid doors. No glove box on this model though. Your heater controls are there instead. Here's your digital display. Again, it's fully automatic, so if you can drive a car, you can drive one of these babies. Here's some storage space underneath the seat. And there's more storage space under that one too. And this sounds awesome being the diesel. In the battery. Handbrake, there's your horn and your lights. Come with a radio, and you got a front windshield wiper as well, which is kind of handy. Rear view mirror. Extremely comfortable conditions in here. Here's underneath the hood. That's interesting. They got a second rad up here. Could have sworn we saw one back there. And you got a front receiver and a place to put a winch as well. Well guys, this about wraps up this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you made it this far, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I will do the same for you. Thank you again for checking this out. And a big thank you to Avenue Machinery for letting me do videos for them. Hopefully this will help them out as well too. If you guys are into podcasts, check mine out. It's called The History of Things, and you'll find it on Google, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts as well. One of my favorite podcasts right now is called Mysterious Circumstances with Justin. Awesome stories, great research, and well presented. Give it a 5-star every time. Check it out. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.